In this video, we're going to be looking over this Canon Sure Shot 76 zoom 35mm point and shoot camera. And my goal in this video is to demonstrate this camera and test it out in the ways that I hope you would want to see if you were looking at it and thinking about buying it. And so we're going to put it through all the tests that are easy to do here, and I have a battery and a scrap roll of film, and these don't go with it. But let's get started by opening the battery compartment and loading a battery. We can just gently pry the battery door open here with a penny. You see it's nice and clean inside. And then this camera takes the type 123 battery. So we're going to put that in right there. And close the door, snaps shut nicely. Then we see it already shows here a 0 on the top in the film counter window. Let's open up the back. We just push down on the latch right there and it opens up. Nice design inside. It's all of these channels and grooves and things are set to interlock, so there's no need for any foam light seals. There's a little bit of foam around this window and that feels fine to me. Some pretty impressive looking optics right here. So let's load the roll of film. This is just a scrap roll that I've put together. It's a short one, so it's only about 7 shots or so, but we'll just take the tail and put in that area there and close the door. Now we hear it running, and I see that's not going to catch. The little tail came on a little too curly, I think. Let's put it in there again. Okay. That sounded better. There. Picture number 1. You see it's all set now. Now this camera has several settings on the back here. Right now it's off. There's auto, and there's flash, and there's no flash. I'm going to start with no flash just so that we can see. And I'm also going to zoom the lens in and out here so you can see that works. And I verified that looking through the viewfinder you will see the image zooming as well. So the lens works well. And so let's take a picture here. And we did, and heard the motor run, and now it's on picture number 2. Now we can test the flash by putting it on the forced flash, so that means that even though there's bright light here, the flash will go off. And so here, let's try it. I'm going to just zoom that lens back. Flash was very bright, certainly worked. The camera also has a an auto thing here for, looks like the symbol for the red eye reduction. Let's see what that does. Well, that didn't do anything. Maybe, oh, because it's too bright here. There, so the light came on first and then it flashed. I'll turn our lights back on here. And then it's also got a self timer, and for this I'm just going to point the camera here at us and push the button. And so we see this blinking over here, and then it'll complete its cycle pretty quickly. And it did, so the self-timer works. So really the only thing to check now is film rewind. So I'm just going to shoot the rest of the pictures here and just use them up. You see the lens moves to focus. Okay, then to picture number 8. Oh, that's the end of the roll. So now we see it counting back down here in the film counter window. 4, 3, 2, 1. Runs a little beyond there. We hear it break free. And now it's back to 0. So now it's safe to open this up. And then all the film has now been rewound back into the cartridge. And if this were real roll film, we'd have that processed. So, just a few more things to look over. I'm going to shut it off. And you see then the lens retracts and the lens cover blades come into play. Quite nice condition. A lot of these cameras were made like this so they could just be shoved into pockets. This one doesn't have a lot of scuffing, a little bit, but not very much. Pretty nice. And I'm going to take that battery back out since that's not included in the sale. And it has a nice strap here. And viewfinder was nice and clear. And all in all, pretty nice example of the Canon Sure Shot 76 zoom 35mm film camera.